Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. We have the Crazy Crocodiles teaming up with the Strawberry Skitties, going against the Heavenly Heatrans and the Flaming Freak Shows. That's right, we've got another team-up match for you here tonight in round number 10 of Metronome Madness. I hope you guys are ready for a top-notch battle as Lugia is going to get things started off for us. We have the Rapid Spin to start, not the strongest of moves, but that will raise Lugia's speed. It was already the fastest on the field. The eject button will activate with the Celebi there, so it's going to swap out after that hit and move on to one of its teammates. The Suicune will come out onto the field. The Suicune will be exacting its pressure, which of course can be huge, as pressure reduces the amount of moves that the other team can use. There goes the Thunder Wave against the Necrozma, paralyzing it. This is a pretty good start for the Crocodile Skitty team up here. They force the swap out. They paralyze the other opponent. We'll have to see what happens in this next turn. Lugia starting things off again. This time it goes for a Misty Terrain. There we go. The Misty Terrain will take over the field. And of course, the next person to move will be the Articuno. Galarian Articuno gonna go with a Sucker Punch. That's gonna fail. Those always fails in Metronome battles, because Metronome is not known to be an attacking move. There goes the Leaf Blade, though. Not very effective against Articuno, only doing a little bit of damage. Not the best move to choose. Necrozma gets his first chance to attack, and it goes for a Trop Kick. Again, not the strongest move. Gotta avoid those grass type moves. There are two flying Pokemon out here. I think he would do something else. There goes the Eject Pack. Wait, Lugia had an eject pack? Oh, it was eject button and an eject pack. Wow. Everyone has an eject something here in this as Lugia swaps out. Zekrom is going to come out onto the field now. Zekrom has Terra Vote as it activates. Here we go. Articuno. Articuno going to go ahead and hit with the Nightshade. Of course, that will do 50 points of damage. Nice amount of damage done to the Necrozma there. Zekrom next to move here goes for the speed swap. Not the best idea. Not the best idea. Swapping with the Necrozma, and it's going to slow that Zekrom down there. If you're enjoying the battle so far, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for more Metronome Madness League. Super effective Freeze Dry. Doesn't put Articuno in the yellow, though. And the Healing Wish coming. Oh, Necrozma gonna knock itself out. Oh, that's a real bad look. It definitely had more to do in this match, but it's going to knock itself out. It can heal the little bit of damage that was done to the Celebi, which is going to come out onto the field, but I would definitely say that's not worth it. If Celebi were in the red, maybe, and if Necrozma were in the red, that could have been a good move, but gosh, what a bad move on the Heatrans and the Freak Shows right there. Celebi gotta go first now. It goes for an Acupressure. Gonna raise some of its stats up here. Raising its evasiveness. That could be huge as it avoids moves in the future. There goes the Poison Fang coming from Articuno. It hits the Suicune. Doesn't do a lot of damage. No poison either. Suicune going for the Boomerang. It's avoided. Zekrom now gets to attack. The Boomerang would have been super effective if it landed. Unfortunate for them. Court Chains will fail as nothing has been put down on the field. Of course, I want to give a special thanks to my patrons for supporting the channel as well. A Hornchill coming from the Celebi. Oh, they're really trying to make up for what they've lost here, but it didn't work out. It's avoided as the Scald comes from the Articuno. Not very effective. Ooh, not good moves coming from this Crocodile Skitty team now. They started off well, but now they're really not doing that much. Suicune raises its defenses there. Zekrom gonna try and go. It goes for an Entrainment. Entrainment again on the Suicune. So it gets rid of Suicune's pressure and gives it Terra Volt. And you know what? That's actually a good move by that Zekrom. Pressure definitely was going to be detrimental for the Crocodiles and Skitties. I mean, they did have some effect on them as they've used Metronome. But now I would say they're in the clear. Now they're only using 1 PP per turn. That Night Slash, super effective. Great job by the Celebi as Articuno's in the red now. There goes the roar from the Articuno. It's gonna force that Celebi out again. Celebi just can't stay out on the field as Calyrex comes out. So it's the Calyrex on the field for the Heatrans. Suicune gonna go for the Rock Smash. Rock Smash against Articuno, not very effective. And Zekrom with a chance to attack. Zekrom goes for the Cell Rock. Not a strong move at all. Yeah, Suicune has been taking the hits and it's been eating them up. Not being able to do a lot of damage to that Pokemon just yet. Calyrex with its first turn of the game. It's gonna go for a Heal Pulse. Why would you do that? I'm not sure, but that heals the Articuno. All the hard work that Celebi did, and it just healed the Articuno right up. What is Calyrex thinking? Icy Wind now. Icy Wind against both these Pokemon. Not very effective, barely does anything. Does lower the speed of both of them though, although I believe the Crocodile Skitty team was already faster, so that didn't matter too much. There goes the Overheat from Zekrom. Not very effective when the Suicune can't get it in the yellow. And it loses special attack. Definitely wasn't worth that special attack drop that it took there. Ice Shard coming from the Suicune. Super effective ice type move. Puts Articuno back in the yellow. If only it was a crit. Oh my goodness. If only the Calyrex didn't heal the Articuno, it would have been knocked out right there. And you gotta imagine the Freak Shows aren't too happy with the Heatrans with that failure of a move they used earlier. There goes the Smog against the Suicune. Does get the poison on it. Suicune's now on the timer. Calyrex needing to make up for its mistake. This time it goes for a flip turn. Does a decent amount of damage, and it's going to swap out again. A lot of switches this time from the Heatrans and the Freak Shows. They're just swapping back and forth. It's an interesting tactic that they got going on here, but that's the third swap for them. I wonder if the Celebi is going to be the one to come back out onto the field. We'll have to see. There we go. Celebi is the one they choose to come back out onto the field. We'll see what Celebi can do as Zekrom goes for a Blizzard. That's going to hit both Pokemon, and it'll be super effective against the Celebi. Actually eats it up pretty well. It didn't do as much damage as you would think. Suicune, of course, resisted it. There goes the Meteor Beam, though, from Suicune. Ooh. It's going to charge up this turn for a Meteor Beam in the next. Also raising its special attack. That poison taking effect. No Pokemon has been lost on the Crocodiles and the Skitties. You have to keep that in mind. And I think we've seen all the Pokemon in the Freak Shows, even though only one has been lost. There goes the Body Slam, not doing a whole lot. Can't paralyze Zekrom either. So, not the best choice. The Phantom Force. Oh, interesting. The Articuno going to disappear, giving itself another turn to avoid any attacks. Zekrom goes for the Fake Out. That's, of course, going to fail. And the Meteor Beam will be against the Zekrom. It lands with a huge hit. Zekrom in the yellow. Suicune now is a great move by it. There we go. Celebi starting things off for this turn. It's going to go for a Horn Attack. Horn Attack against the Zekrom. Good choice. Does a good amount of damage, actually, for a Horn Attack. There goes that Phantom Force. Suicune will live it, so it gets a chance to attack. Zekrom's going to go ahead and go, though, as it goes for a Psy Beam. What would it be against? Psy Beam's against the Suicune, so Suicune does get knocked out. There we go. Second Pokemon down for the Freak Shows and Heatrans. Fortunate for them. So they're going to have to send out their Calyrex one more time. So Calyrex and Celebi, last two Pokemon on their team. There we go. Calyrex. Gonna go for a Fire Pledge. Fire Pledge against the Zekrom. Not very effective, but does put it in the red. Zekrom about to go down. Maybe they can team up on it if Celebi attacks the Zekrom. No, it attacks Articuno. Does put it in the red as well. Hits twice with the Fury Attack. 3 times. 4 times, maybe 5. There goes the 5th, and Articuno goes down. There it goes. That's what they needed. Articuno finally knocked out. Self-destruct, though, from the Zekrom. Oh, my goodness. It was in the red. Doesn't affect the Calyrex. Zekrom, that was a good time to use self-destruct, even though it only affected one Pokemon. Unfortunately, it did knock out that Celebi there. So we're going to have Regidrago and the return of the Lugia. Lugia exerting his pressure. Not good for the Heatrans and Freak Shows. Calyrex starting things off. It's going to go for the Lash Out. Lash Out, not a bad move to use. It's against the Lugia as well. Super effective doing the damage. Lugia. Oh, really looking to retaliate after that hit. This time it goes for a Flip Turn. Can't swap out. Flip Turn against the Calyrex. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Celebi now. Celebi goes for the payback. Is it against Lugia? No, it's against the Regidrago. Only doing a bit of damage there. Regidrago, for its first move, goes for the Shadow Bone. If that's against... Oh, it's against the Calyrex. His super effective is gone. And with that, we got a 2 versus 1. Celebi in a tough spot. Already in the yellow. Not looking great for it at all. Lugia starting things off here. Lugia goes for the present. It could possibly heal the Celebi. See what happens. Nope, does the damage and Celebi gets put in the red. It does get to attack here. And it goes for a charge. Yeah, not the time to use charge, unfortunately for them. Special defense goes up for the Celebi. There goes the Blaze Kick. Regidrago goes ahead for that. Blaze Kick is super effective. Didn't need it though. Celebi goes down. The win goes to the Crocodiles and the Skitties. Great match. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about the battle below. Of course, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more of the Metronome Madness League. And of course, I will catch you in the next one.